It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Milwaukee, where the Bucks will be going up against the Chicago Bulls. Last game for the Bulls, they ended up with a loss to the Hawks in Atlanta. That game was high scoring. Tonight, they'll need to be better defensively. Fellas, just like we were saying earlier, a lot of excitement has been built around this new season. So far, it has not disappointed. Your thoughts, Shaq, on things so far?
Well, for the teams that are losing, it's been a disappointment. But for the teams that are winning, it's now about maintaining that consistency. See if you can make it to the playoffs, how far you can go in the playoffs, and, hey, maybe you can win a championship.
Well, to me, the league is just getting more and more athletic. All the off-season training and all the nutrition and things, guys are more athletic. I don't know if they're better players, but they're much more athletic. And already we've seen some jaw-dropping highlights.
More athletic than when you played?
Without question, but they're not better players, not better skilled players, but they definitely – it's like you think about this. In archery, do you have to be athletic?
I don't know. Ask Shaq. He's the archer.
And when you do your archery, do you have to be athletic?
Yes, because I shoot with my toes.
Well, there it is. End of my point.
I'm glad that you asked Shaq. Whatever.
I do.
The Bulls are looking to defeat their Eastern Conference rival going into this one. This game in Milwaukee marks the start of a homestand for the Bucks. And, of course, Bobby Portis. This will be their second game without him.
Kevin, I thought he was really an important player for them, undervalued and not given the credit he deserved. That's not the
Miles Plumlee comes in for Sanders. And it's Mayo in for Chris Middleton. Then for the Bulls, Gibson comes in for Joakim Noah. And the great subbed in for Turner. So for Chicago right now, the great in its small forward. Jimmy Butler is out there with Livingston. Then there's Mirotic. And it's Gibson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Butler. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
We'll go to Dorisburg, who spoke with head coach Jason Kidd. Doris, what's the news there?
Yes, Kevin, and he said he wants his guys getting to the rim and playing really going pedal to the metal. He said, we want to put our athleticism to use and just have fun out there. Kevin, look for them to attack the lane and try to get a whole lot of points in the paint. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Monroe, no good. Last game for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, their defense got sliced and diced in that game. They just weren't closing down on perimeter shooters, not nearly quick enough, and then they gave up their fair share of those point-blank shots on the interior as well.
Something was clearly amiss for them, Greg. I mean, to let an opponent shoot that high a percentage, you got to take a real long look in the mirror after a game like that.
Mayo into the lane, and Mirotic sends it down. And out of bounds it is. Last touch by Mirotic. Rivers, he's checked in for Michael Carter-Williams. The Bulls also changing it up. Tony Snell's checked in for Jimmy Butler, and it's Heinrich in for Sean Livingston. Parker kicks to Mayo, beyond the arc, and it's good in the assist by Parker. Mayo's got it all tied up now for Milwaukee.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
And how about a look now at the top rebounding small forwards in the NBA during the past month?
You know, the work they do on the boards is such a big part of all these players' games. I mean, they play much bigger than the grand majority of C.
Yeah, I think they all have that little bit of extra edge to their game that allows them to put up the kind of rebound numbers usually you only see from power forward.
Rivers can't get it to go.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And here's Morris for three. And he gets it to go. And the Bulls lead by 3. Looking at the last game for Milwaukee, it was a loss to the Raptors in Toronto.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game is the lack of success at the foul line. We all know how much those free throw woes can cost you.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanged off the rim. I mean, that's an easy way to get the home crowd in your grill.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Heinrich against Rivers. Dishes it to Plumlee. Here's Vaughn. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Heinrich dishes to Morris. And Heinrich has it in the corner. His three-pointers off the mark. Milwaukee's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Rivers can't get it to go.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
And Gibson kicks to Morris. Here's the great. 20 points for him last game against Atlanta.
Yeah, but Kevin, a lot of those points came at the line. I mean, he was aggressive to attack the D, not settling, and really did a good job of cashing in on those free throws.
Here's Mayo. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Mayo's got 5 points so far.
The defender was spinning around like an agitator in a washing machine after that crossover.
I think you're right. Looks a little bit dizzy after that one.
Here's Snell. Pass to Heinrich. Lets it go with the 3. There's the bucket. Good. Heinrich's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Rivers against Heinrich. Rivers kicks to Mayo. Almost, but it rolls out. Chicago leading. The great passes to Gibson. A beautiful reverse layup. Gibson's got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
And Milwaukee has possession. Now here's Rivers. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Raptors in Toronto. Mayo dishing to Monroe. Passes to Rivers. Screen by Monroe. Shot clock at 5. With the shot. That one wide left. The Bulls leading by 4. Pass to the great. Plumlee with the steal. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. Here's Mayo. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Morris outside. The dish to Gibson. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And a quick look at the numbers for Rivers. He's averaging 7 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
No doubt. I mean, he knows how to run this offense. And that's always valuable coming off the bench.
And he can't hit the second. Bucks trail by 3. Kicks to Mayo. Plumlee against Gibson. Back to Mayo. Now the pass to Vaughn. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Just 5 to shoot. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Heinrich kicks to Morris. Gibson the screen. Shot off the... And Milwaukee will come to the other way.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Chicago trailing here. Heinrich passes to the great. Noah the screen. Here's the great. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
And that's a big bonus for him to end the quarter as he just beats the buzzer.
That's superb clock management there, maximizing every second of the clock in that situation. Well done.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
I just think that from an intensity standpoint.
Substitution here for Milwaukee. Plumlee, he's checked in for Sanders. Monroe comes in for Jabari Parker. O.J. Mayo is checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Vaughn in for Rivers. They've got Vaughn. Plumlee out there with Monroe. Then it's Mayo. And it's Carter Williams in at the point. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Gibson passes to the great. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And they get it back. And again, Chicago. No good.
He hit a three in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Vaughn, the pass to Plumlee. Down low. Wide open look. Hits some rim on the way in. And the bucket's good. Vaughn's got 7.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Gibson with the screen on Mayo. Gibson up top. Connects on the foul line jumper. Gibson's got his second bucket of the night.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Plumlee with the screen. It's stolen by Morris. Heinrich with it. Now defended by Carter Williams. No good from the great. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And that one's good. Vaughn's got the lead up to 2 now for the Bucks.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint. Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrops.
Milwaukee's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Screen by Monroe. Here's Vaughn. 9 points in the game so far. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Bucks shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And so he hits the technical free throw. Here's Carter Williams. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And the Bucks lead by 3.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hawks really delivered. He had 20 points, and a lot of those points coming via free throw, as is usually the case with him. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
Doris, thank you. Well, guys, you know, he made play after play in that game.
Let's see if he can keep it going tonight. I say he does. I'll bet he goes off again.
That's a pretty bold prediction there. I mean, he's going to have to be very, very strong to even come close to dittoing that performance.
Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Morris. And Milwaukee has possession. It's a 3-point game. And the shot is good.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Chicago's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Noah with a screen for Heinrich. To the wing right side. Here's the great. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. And that's now 7 points for Freak. Balanced scoring, Clark, for him. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watching it. Okay? Going better when you say it. Sharing the sugar.
You might want to cut down on that sugar intake, though, Clark. But anyway, everybody's been involved in this offense here early on, and it has a way of helping you defensively. And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Rebound, Milwaukee. Monroe's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And let's go quickly to the 2K leaderboard to see the ratings of the best passing two guards in basketball. Number 5 is O.J. Mayo.
And that list of players just goes to show that great passing doesn't just come from the point. The way those guys distribute the ball from the 2 spot is a thing of beauty.
Yeah, and it may often be overlooked, that skill at the shooting guard position, but if you think back on the all-time greats at that spot on the floor, they were all fantastic passers. Almost all were fantastic passers.
And that one's good by Noah. Milwaukee leading by 4. 1:36 left now here in the second. Carter Williams with it. 14 points from him the last game against Toronto. And again, the Bucks miss.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
From the baseline. Milwaukee with the rebound.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has.
His 4th miss of the game. He's made 3. Bulls trail by 4. Feeds it to Noah. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Monroe. And there's O.J. Mayo on the assist by Monroe. And that's now 11 points for O.J. Mayo. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Bucks.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Monroe, and the layup's good off the glass. And now an 8-point Bucks lead.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Heinrich outside. There's the pick, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, good call there. I mean, feet clearly moving when he set the screen.
And he lowered the shoulder, too. I mean, they were going to get him there one way or the other. I mean, that was an easy call.
Rivers, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Now Mayo, 17 points for him last game against Toronto.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
And that's not going to go. And so that's the end of the first.
Okay, listen up. There's some things we can do to quiet this crowd down. Now let's go over that first half. I like the number of assists we've racked up. That says a lot about the way we've been running our offense. And there's no reason we can't get more. Keep finding the open man. But let's not get crazy patting ourselves on the back. There's still plenty we can do to improve. I know we're down, but I don't want that to dictate the speed we run our offense at. Good shots are the priority, not quick shots. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Really an incredible game from O.J. Mayo.
and he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
Some changes here for the Bucks. Plumlee, he's checked in for Sanders. Mayo comes in for Greg Monroe. And it's Austin Rivers in for Michael Carter-Williams. Taj Gibson's checked in for Chicago. The Great comes in for Evan Turner. So for Chicago right now, the Great, he's in at small forward. Mirotic out there with Taj Gibson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Livingston in at the point guard.
And that's his go-to move right there in the low post.
Parker sets the screen for Rivers. Plumlee with the screen. Here's Middleton. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Middleton's got the lead up to 13 now for the Bucks. Gibson with the screen on Rivers. Livingston kicks to Gibson. He got right to the cup using that screen. Gibson's got 7 points in the game.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
And here we go, the Bulls fast break. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bucks.
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shot.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Bulls making a switch here. Snell's checked in. There's the feed to Plumlee. Middleton outside. He dishes it to Mayo. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Middleton. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Middleton's got 8 points in the quarter.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Rivers dishes to Mayo. He kicks it to Parker. Pulls up on the elbow. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Check out the game for the Great. 9 points and the assist numbers, tremendous.
His court vision is on par with anybody. I mean, he could not pass the ball any better than he is right now.
Vaughn's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Chicago also making a switch. Heinrich's checked in. Outside Mayo. To the right side. Dishes to Plumlee. Bucks passing it around. Shoots from 8. It's deflected. They get it back. The Bucks have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
Bulls trail by 11. And here's Heinrich. He has 5. Here's Snell. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's the Great. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. The Great's got it back down to single digits for the Bulls. Now here's Rivers. He's got 6. Outside Mayo. Launches a 3. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Out to the right wing. Gibson the screen. Pass to Mirotic. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
The Bucks have shot just above 55% of the line, going 5 of 9. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Passes it to Plumlee. Mayo kicks to Rivers. 5 on the clock. The 3. A rebound by the great.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
The rebound by the Bucks. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
Yeah, just an amazing game when they met them last time out. Talk about a photo finish.
Yeah, really. And when we say every point counts, we mean it. I mean, that game came down to who made their free throws.
Bucks leading by 13. Pass to Vaughn. Heinrich with the steal. Here's Snell. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And let's take a look at some numbers for the great. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
Absolutely. I mean, he has those real natural scoring instincts. The ability to find creases in the defense, just fantastic.
Evan Turner, he's checked in for Kirk Heinrich. Rivers against Turner. Plumlee with the screen. Mayo drives in. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Bucks have taken 10 shots from the free throw line up to this point and made 6 of them. That one.
At the line for 2.
So we can't get either to fall. Bulls trail by 11. There's the dish to Mirotic. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Mirotic has got 11 points. Here's Rivers. He has 6. 59 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And it's good. 17 points for O.J. Mayo.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Kicks to Mirotic. Fires the 3. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
1 made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Parker sets the screen for Rivers. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. Parker double teamed. 6 to shoot. 16 feet away. Shot by Mayo is no good.
All he needed right there was simply to set himself up and then relax and shoot the ball. He threw himself off balance for no reason.
Here's the great, guarded by Mayo. Gibson the screen. The great passes to Gibson, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Reverse that one home. Now that was nice, real nice.
The agility on display.
Yeah, you love that body control.
How about the power and grace on that finish?
The third quarter comes to a close. Milwaukee on top. They lead by 9. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Jabari Parker's checked in for the Bucks. Mayo comes in for Rivers. Mirotic is checked in for the Bulls. The great comes in for Evan Turner. At the 2 and the 3 are Mayo and Parker. Sanders is out there with Monroe. And it's Carter Williams in at the 1 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and 1.
That one is no good.
A good night of work for Sanders. 11 rebounds, and he has sent a bunch of shots in reverse.
And because of that, there's now a major intimidation factor working in their favor.
The shot's good from the great.
They have a little extra mojo going here, a little extra pep in their step, more hustle in this second half. They're doing a much better job in terms of second chance points.
Now here's Carter Williams. Defense right on him. And Sanders throws it down.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Here's the screen. Livingston passes to the great. The fadeaway. Offensive rebound.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
It has been a lopsided battle on the boards, no doubt.
Parker kicks to Carter Williams. Monroe with a screen on Butler. Carter Williams dishes to Monroe. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. And that's 12 points for Greg Monroe. Bulls trail by 16. Livingston kicks to Mirotic. Noah the screen. Sanders with the steal. And here we go. Parker heading to the hoop. And he gets the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Noah the pass to the great. Noah the screen. Up off the screen. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Boy, that was a violent throw down there.
You're telling me.
I mean, it's almost like he doesn't like the rim.
Milwaukee leading by 16. Carter Williams dishes to Monroe. And Sanders kicks to Mayo. The shot by Carter Williams, nobody around. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Boy, that mid-range jumper is a beautiful thing to have in your bag, and they've had it going today.
And some say it's a lost art, but they're getting excellent results with it tonight.
The pass to Butler. Baseline J on the way. No good. Excellent D there from Mayo.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Sanders sets the screen for Parker. Here's Carter Williams. Again, Carter Williams missing. Bulls trail by 18. And Michael Carter Williams gets the whistle that time. The first one falls.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Bucks leading by 16. He feeds it to Parker. Screened by Sanders. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Looking at the game Greg Monroe has been having, 8 rebounds and some good assists, too, 4 of them. He's been tough on the inside and displayed great vision with his passing, too.
And you know what? He is the total package today, giving them a little bit of everything.
Bulls trail by 18. Livingston passes to Noah. Butler on the wing, guarded by Mayo. Pass to the great. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Jabari Parker.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Both good from the line that time. Milwaukee's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Feeds it to Monroe. Looking for Mayo. He gets it there. Some solid defense from Butler.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Noah with a screen on Carter Williams. Off the pick. And there's Joakim Noah on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 6th assist on the night.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Sanders dishes to Mayo. Back to Sanders. Parker outside. score the basket, his 8th, 8 for 13 from the floor.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Bucks.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight, Clark, they had both.
They sure did. I mean, the ball was moving and guys were knocking down shots.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And after losing the first of this 4-game season series, they've gotten their revenge tonight, evening things up 1-1 with 2 games left to play against the Bulls.
A good win, and a lot went into it, but I just like the showing for Mayo. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it. And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for him.
Now Monroe kicks to Mayo, and he gets it to go. And the Bucks lead by 18.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
Here's the great. And that one's good by Noah.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson. Got Shaquille O'Neal, got Kenny the Jet Smith. Without further ado, let's take a look at our... Let's go to Shaq. What can you say about his performance?
Man, he gave him a big boost, and they probably didn't even know it was coming. This guy provides such great depth. He's an option that can come through whenever they need him.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
Right now, somewhere, he at the table with a bowl of Applejack, and he's beating the back of the cereal.
It's hurting my neck. I can tell you can't take a punch.
On today's episode of NBA 2K TV Weekly, our newest studio show member, Kenny the Jet Smith, we give you some details and pro-am. We recap last weekend's rival day, and of course, we learn some with 2K TV Interactive.
Having a helmet on that long gets a little taxing on the neck. It's hurting my neck.
I can tell you can't take a punch.
On today's episode of NBA 2K.
Between eating the apple.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, the season hasn't gone as smoothly for them as I'm sure they hoped it would. The good news is we still have a good chunk of it left to play. But if they're going to make a run, they better do it soon. And while we have a moment here, another discussion topic. Shaq, you are one of the most physical players the league has ever seen. Who would you say right now are the league's most physical players?
Sorry to correct you, Ernie, not one of the most, the most. But anyway, Ernie, to
you're
answer your
not
question,
sorry to correct me. You take great pleasure in correcting.
And one of the most humblest.
Elbow sandwich, that's right. So let me go, Ernie. Let's see, point guards, how about Russell Westbrook? Mm-hmm. Shooting guards, I'm going to go with maybe D. Wade or Lance Stevenson.
Okay.
And at the small forward,
that's easy.
I got to go with the greatest of the game, LeBron King James.
Well, since he took the smaller guys, which is unique, I'm going to take the power forwards. Blake Griffin. And you know what?
He's one of the league's most physical players?
Yeah, Blake Griffin. Yeah, he's physical. He just gets thrown around a lot sometimes, but
well, he's not physical. Crazy.
No, but he throws it around too,
man.
It
does not.
He throws it around.
Does not.
Yes, he does. He and Zach Randolph.
D-U-Z-N-O-T.
Yeah, I like
does
Zach.
not.
Yes, he does. And Dwight Howard is physical, and my man Nikola
Pekovic.
Yes, is one of the toughest bigs I've seen around.
And what's Dwight Howard's name? You can say it.
Dwight Howard.
No, say it.
Super Dwight Howard.
Say it with some energy. One
Come
time.
on, give us a Superman.
Superman is in the building.
There he goes. There he goes.
Now you ticked off the big fella. That's it for now. Talk to you later.
And a beautiful look at the fountains near Navy Pier on the shores of Lake Michigan. Chicago, Illinois, home of the Bulls in a fine Eastern Conference battle at the United Center. Bringing you some fun on a Monday night. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Chicago, Mirotic is checked in for Gibson. The Great comes in for Turner. And it's Livingston in for Rose. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Jackson is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Grant. Then there's Embiid. And it's Landry in at the 4. To the inside, Caldwell-Pope lays it in without an inch of room around him. Caldwell-Pope's got his first bucket in this one. Bulls trail by 4. Livingston dishes to Mirotic. To the left side wing. Livingston, that's good.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
The drive by Jackson, and it's blocked by Mirotic. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Tony Snell's checked in for Butler.
Tony Snell.
Landry against Mirotic. Embiid the screen. Here's Caldwell-Pope. The shot no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
And the issues they had defensively, in part, I thought, was a huge factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was a road game for them.
Well, you know, they gave the crowd a bunch to cheer about. And when you do that, you put yourself in a really tough position trying to come away with a road win. Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
The Great passes to Mirotic. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Carl Landry. Bulls have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
And so Mirotic nails both of them.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Caldwell-Pope kicks to Jackson. The feed now to Caldwell-Pope. Embiid the screen. Off the pick. It's rebounded by Noah.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Mirotic has a wide open one. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Mirotic has got the game tied up here for the Bulls. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the 76ers. I asked him where he thought they have an advantage in this game, and he said our shot blocking is one thing that really sets us apart. Now, we have to be solid all around, but that does help us quite a bit when it comes to sending away penetration and shot attempts inside. Kevin, never something you want to rely on, but always a great backup to have.
Thank you very much, Doris. So it's mainly about defense for them early on.
And it won't just be early. I mean, it'll be about D all game long.
Yeah, and he made that point very clearly and emphatically to Doris and his players. I think we're going to see an intense defensive performance today.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Yeah, you just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
You know, it's one of the things coaches like least is giving away points. I mean, they've been a step late. They've been caught reaching. They've got to tighten things up at the defensive end.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Livingston dishes to Noah. Missed inside.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. Embiid the screen. Back to Jackson. Launches it. And that is good. Jackson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
1:30 left to play in the first quarter. They set the pick. And Mirotic kicks to Livingston. Pass to the great. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Well, we all know that Freak changed sides recently, but it's a challenge he's up to and wanted it. It can be intimidating, you know, Clark, to join a new team, but I think he's okay with it.
Yeah, I think so, too. I mean, he knows there are going to be some rough spots and a bit of a learning curve. But eventually things smooth out, and Freak knows how to fit in with the team, and this roster definitely looks stronger with him on it.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Here's Caldwell Pope, and right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. Here's Grant. Makes it off the glass.
That's what I call a captivating move there. He absolutely incinerated the D with that one.
Chicago has gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Snell kicks to Mirotic. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bulls making a change here. Dunleavy's checked in. Jackson passes to Grant. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Grant's got 6.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Livingston dishes to Mirotic. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Noah with a screen on Grant. Over in the corner, Livingston. Clock at 6. And there's the 3-second violation. Seven seconds left in the first quarter. Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Now it's a 4-point 76ers lead.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Okay, fans, now coming onto the court are your level Bulls. Make some noise and cheer them on.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And what stands out to you guys from Chicago? Going with an almost entirely new group here. Joakim Noah's checked in for Gibson. Book Ray comes in for Mike Dunleavy. Tony Snell's checked in for Butler. And it's Livingston in for Derrick Rose. The great, he's in at small forward. Noah is out there with Mirotic. Then there's Tony Snell. And it's Livingston in at the point. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
You know, they've also shown some real tenacity here early on tonight, and it's paid off with a lot of second chance points.
Noah with a screen on Grant. Down low, stolen by Grant. And now the fast break, Grant with the ball. He gives them a double-digit lead. Caldwell Pope's got 6 points.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over. And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Jackson kicks to Grant. He's looking for Landry and finds him. The 15-footer. And the shot falls short this time. Bulls trail by 8. Here's the great. 20 points for him last game against Milwaukee. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
Outside Jackson. Right side Landry. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
For Chicago, they've gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. They set the pick. Here's the great, guarded by Jackson. The great, and there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. The Bulls third.
You know, when you make a mistake against this team, they make you pay. I mean, because they convert those turnovers into fast break points, and that really can be demoralizing.
The 76ers leading by 6. Outside Jackson. With the teardrop.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. He's been a factor for them over the last month. 9th in three-point field goal percentage. And he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And, you know, back to his efficiency from 3. You know, defenses are now trying to deny him the basketball, but really not having any success.
Snell, the pass to Livingston. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. To the left side wing. Here's Caldwell Pope. 6 points for him. Outside Jackson. No luck. Bulls trail by 7. The great passes to Livingston. Some solid defense from Grant.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
Livingston dishes to Snell. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Grant.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Feeds it to Jackson. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Livingston kicks to Mirotic. The dish now to Snell. Noah the screen. Right wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Livingston. Score the basket, his 3rd after 5 shots.
Now that's a great move to get to the hoop. Awesome finger roll finish.
Philadelphia leading by 10. Now Jackson. He has 7. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
He's knocked down 3/4 of his foul shots this season, so he's right around 75%.
Livingston passes to the Great. Over to the wing. From 10 feet out. Leaps for it. Livingston, no luck. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Jackson dishes to Caldwell Pope.
That's his second personal foul. If he gets another, it probably puts him on the bench for the rest of the first half.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw good from Caldwell Pope. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Bulls trail by 14. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Here's Landry. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And so that's the end of the first half. As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Mirotic is checked in for Noah. The Great comes in for Evan Turner. Dunleavy's checked in for Butler. And it's Livingston in for Derrick Rose. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Carl Landry is out there with Grant. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And there's Jackson, and it's Embiid in at the center position. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks was just a man on a mission. He had 20 points, and as he usually does, he got to the free throw line to put up a lot of his points at the charity stripe. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you've got a thoroughbred like him, I think you've got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
No good off the back of the rim.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Embiid. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You look at Chicago. Here in the early part of the season, they've acquired the third best record in the conference. And, of course, there's Philadelphia. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And for Philadelphia, this season has to really become a wake-up call for them moving forward. If they didn't recognize before this year that they didn't have the talent to compete in this league, they sure as heck better recognize it now.
Well, I would certainly hope so. I mean, it's been hard to watch this team struggle as much as they have throughout most of this season.
Pass to Gibson. That's tipped. Here's the Great, and Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Here's Dunleavy. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Here's the Great. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. The Great's got 9.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Grant, that's good.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Here is Livingston. He has 6. For 3, Dunleavy. And the shot is good. Dunleavy's got it back down to within single digits for the Bulls. Philadelphia's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. Jackson drives in, and Embiid throws it down.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Here is Livingston. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Here's the great, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Livingston. He's averaging 6 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
He certainly knows his role, and he gives you some good minutes. That's really all you can expect from him at this point.
Roberts has checked in for Philadelphia. The 76ers leading by 9. It's Jackson with the drive. The shot will not go. Some solid defense from the great. Here's Gibson and the powerful one-handed slam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Checking out the game, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is having. He has 8 points, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
And it also shows you the importance of intelligence as a defender, because he has been a nightmare on the ball.
The Bulls making a switch here. Snell's checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Marshall's checked in. Passes to the great. Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the 76ers?
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, but they also never seem to get cold from mid-range. Just kept hitting those shots with consistency.
And Marshall kicks to Caldwell-Pope. Landry with the screen. Here's Roberts. 6 points for him. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Roberts got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Shot's good by Gibson. The 76ers leading by 8. Marshall passes to Embiid. Lets it go from deep. It's all in by the Bulls.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Livingston kicks to Gibson. Stolen by Landry. Now, here's Marshall. He's tightly guarded. Here's Roberts. The shot's good. Marshall making the play. Roberts got 10 points in the game.
What a pass by Marshall. That's outstanding teamwork.
And the final period of play just about to start for Chicago. Bulls trail by 10. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. The great out there at Noah, and it's Turner in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Rose passes to the great. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for the great. 12 points, and free throws have been big for him today, with 6 points from the line.
And it's important, and you can tell that he understands that in terms of getting to the line.
Dishes to Covington. The pass to Noel. And Marshall kicks to Covington. There's a screen by Noel. Goes up to the stripe. Chicago grabs the miss. The great's got 5 rebounds tonight. And it's Turner off the drive.
Philadelphia foul call. Robert Covington.
Throw good, Evan Turner.
Evan Turner. At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The 76ers leading by 7. Roberts dishes to Covington. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Lots of room. Chicago grabs the miss.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Rose. Noah trying to get open, and that one's good. And that's now 11 points for Rose.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here. Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Right side, Turner. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 4th assist in this one. For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Pick by Okafor. Inside. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
And it's Rose penetrating. And it's Chicago scoring again.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Noah the screen. And it's Rose penetrating. He feeds it to Turner. He's now made 5 of 8 shots. The 76ers leading by 6. Kicks it to Roberts. He dishes it to Okafor. Pass to Marshall. There's a screen by Noel. To the middle. And it's Okafor. That time on the assist by Noel. 26 points for Jahlil Okafor.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Turner passes to the great. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful 2-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Pick by Okafor. Here's Covington, and it's blocked. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Rose with the ball, and that one's good. And now just a 4-point 76ers lead.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay. You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots.
Top of the key, Noah. Okafor with the steal. Here's Roberts. He's covered by Rose. Now, here's Marshall. Six on the shot clock. Shoots from 14, and Butler sends it back. Bulls trail by 6. To the middle. No one. Excellent D there from Okafor. For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Out to the right wing. Covington inside the line. Rebound by the Bulls. Noah's got his 5th rebound in this one. Rose with the ball. Guarded now by Marshall. Rose goes in. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And Marshall kicks to Noel. Covington in the corner. Hits it from three-point range. And the 76ers lead by 7.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Noah the screen. Shot is off. And the 76ers go the other way with it. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
You look at what Noel has done so far. He has 9 rebounds and a decent little assist total for him, too.
No doubt. They'd like to see that carry over to the rest of the team. Get good assist numbers all the way around.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Evan Turner. Bulls trail by 7. Here's the great. On its way from Rose for 2. It goes straight through with the swish. Rose has got 10 points now just in this quarter. Philadelphia has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. There's a screen by Noel. Here's Covington, and the shot is good.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
To the left wing. Here's the great. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you can ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the 4th quarter.
Noah against Okafor. Great defense that time from Noah. For Chicago, they've gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the 4th, 8 of 12. Rose with the ball. Guarded now by Marshall. Rose sets the screen for Butler. Back to Rose. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And the 76ers making a change here. Embiid's checked in.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range, so I'd have to agree with you, partner.
The feed to Marshall. Embiid the screen. Off the screen. A nice shot by Roberts. And the 76ers lead by 6.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Outside Rose, and stolen by Noel. Marshall with it. With some arc. Rebound by the great. The great's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And Embiid with the block. The 76ers leading by 6. And here is Marshall. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. All sorts of time. Covington's shot is off.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Philadelphia has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. Now Marshall. Embiid with a screen on Rose. Marshall dishes to Embiid.
2 minutes, 2-1.
No one near him. And there's Kendall Marshall on the assist from Covington. Covington's got 4 assists now tonight. Here's the great. Down low. Here's Noah. Banked in off the glass.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
And Noel kicks to Covington. Baseline jumper. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Bulls trail by 6. Picked his pocket. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Right wing. He kicks to Embiid. Clock at 4. Here's Roberts. But they get it back.
They were quicker to the ball that time and got a second chance.
Time definitely not on their side.
They need a very quick bucket, a real quick one.
Nails it. And now they trail by just 4.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Feeds it to Embiid. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Gibson. .40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Roberts passes to Embiid. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And here are the Bulls now. 4-point game. Gibson the screen. Rose kicks to Gibson.
76ers foul. Joel Embiid. That's his second personal foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he ends up making the second, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
By missing one of those, that leaves them needing a 3 to tie it up. Not the ideal situation.
He had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the strikes, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making them. 2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
Okay, guys, we are down, but not out. Focus and execute. Freak, you're our leader out there. Now let's go.
From the inbound, nails it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know, he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
At the line for Bulls.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Time running low here.
A quick score, Greg, and then probably foul him right away.
The great passes to Noah. Here's the great. Out to Turner. So Philadelphia wins it.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson. Got Shaquille O'Neal, got Kenny. He put up a new season high tonight. And if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over. And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our featured matchup tonight in Chicago, where the Bulls will be going up against the Houston Rockets. Looking at Houston, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. And let's talk for a moment about Derrick Rose. He's missed so much time the past several seasons with injuries. Kenny, is it too much to expect him to return to his former level, his MVP level?
Well, maybe not the MVP level, but he still can be a serviceable all-star, meaning he might not be able to dominate for 82 games, but he could do it for 40. And then he could do it for playoff time. So I do think the knee surgeries took a little toll on him, as they would any player, but I still think he has a lot left in the tank.
He might be able to get back to his MVP level, but that's going to take a full season. A full season of injury-free play to get that confidence back. Full season, Ernie, 82 games.
That does it for us. Kevin Harlan with the call, and we will see you later on.
Practicing, man.
Always. You'll see tonight.
I don't doubt it, but I'll be the one putting on the real show.
Yeah, 9 to 5, anything to say about it. You better start warming up now if you want to be anywhere near my level.
Always a talker, freak. See you out there, man.
Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We are in the Windy City, Chicago United Center, to be exact, home of the Bulls. And, of course, Bobby Portis, without his presence, they'll have to overcome the hole there.
Kevin, I thought he was really an important player for them.
Gibson changes. Mirotic is checked in for Gibson. And the great subbed in for Evan Turner. And a switch here also for Houston. Brewer's checked in. So on the floor for Houston, Trevor Ariza out there with Brewer. Then it's Lawson. Then there's Howard. And it's Harden in at the shooting guard position. The Rockets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. That's good from Ty Lawson. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. And Lawson hits 2 free throws.
Timeout for the Bulls.
Who's had the hot hand from the 2 position over the last 10 games? Highest percentages right here on the 2K leaderboard. 5th on the list, James Harden.
You know, just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. And it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming on the perimeter.
And not only can they light it up from the perimeter, Greg, but they get their buckets getting to the rim as well. I mean, aggressive moves to the basket are always going to help your shooting percentage. You got to get some easy ones to shoot a high percentage.
What a start they've gotten off to on the glass. I mean, they've come out banging.
And when a game starts off like this, Clark, there's an intimidation factor, a physicality that they've brought that comes into play. And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Passes to the great, uncovered, and that one's good. Rockets trail by 7. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, a bit ago, Kevin McHale and I were able to catch up. He said that their defensive focus, no surprise, will be trying to keep Derrick Rose out of the lane. He added, you know he's come a long way as an outside shooter, but he's a pick-your-poison type of player. We can't let him get into the paint. Makes sense, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Inside, here's Gibson, and the rebound goes to the Rockets. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
Yeah, you could call it the 3 Ds: disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, or whatever else you wanted to use to describe that would be appropriate.
Gibson the screen from outside the arc, up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to the Philadelphia 76ers.
The inability to make threes in that game, because they took a lot of them, I think, is why they ended up on the short end of the stick.
Yeah, they did take a bunch of them. Sometimes you can make up for poor three-point shooting with a strong inside game, but their inside game just wasn't strong enough.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. Off target with his 3.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
And Beverly kicks to Harden. Shoots from 14. Here's Ariza. It's blocked. Rose against Beverly. Mirotic the screen. Fader on the way. That's good. And the Bulls lead by 7. Houston's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter.
Check out some of the stats for Harden. 5th in scoring, and such a great distributor and decision maker, among the top 10 in assists per game.
And as you said, one of the NBA's most potent scorers, always up to the challenge.
Tony Snell's checked in for the Bulls. Livingston comes in for Rose, and a switch here also for Houston. McDaniels checked in. Here's Howard, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
Well, you know, whenever he got to the line, he just couldn't find the target. But nights like that do happen, even to the best of them. And I don't think there's any question about it, guys. He's got to bring that percentage up. I mean, those are the kind of free throw numbers that will get you in a coach's doghouse and get your teammates a little mad at you.
The great trying to get open is Gibson. 12-foot shot is no good from the great.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Gibson the screen. Snell from outside. Dwight Howard grabs the board.
Howard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Brewer, good. Brewer's got his second bucket tonight.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Here's the great, covered by Brewer. Here's the great. Here's Gibson, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Gibson's got 6.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
1:10 left in the first quarter. Beverly dishes to Howard. Ariza kicks to Brewer. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Mirotic, the screen. To the paint. It's hauled in by Beverly.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
On the wing, Brewer, all alone. Shot no good. And it's Chicago the other way. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Livingston. Soft touch off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 3.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Here's Beverly, hoping to put that miserable performance against Phoenix behind him tonight. And the basket by Brewer. Brewer's got 10 points.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points.
And now let's hear from Ty Lawson of this Denver Nugget.
We do have a team type of game, you know, everybody.
Well, that was the game plan a couple years ago when Denver was good enough to make the playoffs and Ty Lawson was at the controls.
You know, but not enough firepower to be able to sustain with the elite teams, say like the Warriors or the Rockets. Ty Lawson, a solid, dependable player in our league, but this is still a league where you need your superstars to win rings.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
This is almost like a volleyball game when you watch just how many shots they blocked or altered.
Well, how about this? A lot of side outs for them the way they swatted shots away. That's a volleyball term, by the way, folks.
Yeah, or handball.
Or handball.
Yeah, either one of the two. They're knocking a lot away.
Yeah.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Houston, Modiunas and Howard the post pair. McDaniels is out there with Lawson, and it's Decker in at the small forward position. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Decker's got his first points of the game.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Livingston passes to the great. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Tape up.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. Taking a look at Cleveland. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And checking out Chicago, 6 games out.
Yeah, but checking out Chicago, a lot to live up to this season. And really, they have come through. It can be hard on a team when the expectations are that high, trust me. But it has not bothered them one bit.
Greg, you know, I think it's really fueled their fire. They want to be the alpha dog. They love everybody hunting them down.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bulls.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnover.
You know, adding on to that, they've done a great job of challenging and changing shots in this first half, and they've gotten some blocks as well.
Pass to Livingston. Goes up to the stripe. The rebound by Harden. Harden's got his 3rd rebound on the night. The feed now to Lawson. Modiunas has the open look, and he's good on the 3 ball. Modiunas has got his 3rd basket of the night.
It's such a sweet 3-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Here's the great. The shot misses, and Houston the other way now. Decker kicks to Modiunas. Lawson with it. Now guarded by Mirotic. And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession. The Bulls leading by 3. Rose with the ball. 17 points in the game. Count that as his 7th field goal in 10 tries. He's shooting a very good 70%.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Kicks it to Brewer. Knocks it loose. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the 76ers was superb. He finished with 19 points, and it was his usual story. A lot of drawn fouls and a lot of free throws made for him. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. Just absolutely dominant.
Boy, I tell you, he was in such a rhythm and on a roll. He could have won that game all by himself.
To the inside, here's Noah, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. Rockets trail by 4. And here's Beverly. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Moniunas kicks to Brewer, to the paint. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Checking out the game Moniunas has been having. 13 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
And you know what, Clark? If you continue to shoot the way he is, he may have to become more of an integral part of their offensive scheme.
Mirotic is checked in for Chicago. The Bulls leading by 3. Here is Livingston. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. There's the pick. The pass to the great. An easy layup after coming off the pick. The great's got 12 in the game.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Moniunas sends a screen for Beverly. There's the dish to Brewer. McDaniels kicks to Ariza. There's a screen by Moniunas. Ariza passes to Moniunas. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Moniunas has got 11 here in this quarter alone.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Here is Livingston, defended by Beverly. Here's Gibson. Rockets with the rebound. Ariza's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And Beverly kicks to Ariza. Feeds it to McDaniels. Steps back and fires. They get it again. The Bulls leading by 3. Here's the great. He's got 12. And another shot. And the bucket counts. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there. And they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out. And it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Moniunas sends a screen for Ariza. The shot misses. Great D that time from Gibson. Here's the great, and he dunks it down.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here. He shattered the backboard.
Livingston. No good on that last second attempt there. The clock runs out.
Ty, looking back at the...
All right, listen up, guys. Way to come out strong in the first half. Taking care of business, TCB. They look absolutely helpless out there to contain our low-post offense. And the more that continues in the second half, the more beat up and dejected they're going to be. There was nice rhythm to our transition game. We got some important points on the break. I think we keep the tempo brisk in the second half. What I want us thinking about now is getting the ball into the low post. Let's find the open passing lanes and feed our guys in tight. All right, guys, let's get out there and play a good second half.
And now the third quarter about to get going. A fantastic. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Mirotic. Dunleavy comes in for Taj Gibson. The greats checked in for Evan Turner. And it's Livingston in for Rose. Houston also making some changes. Decker comes in for Montiunas. And Corey Brewer's subbed in for Trevor Ariza. The great, he's in at small forward. Noah is out there with Dunleavy. And there's Livingston. And it's Butler in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Houston making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. Here's Brewer. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here is Livingston. Dunleavy, the best of the great. Noah, the screen. Here's the great. Decker with the rebound. Decker's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Brewer, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Butler attacking. Here's Noah. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Houston making a switch here. McDaniels checked in. And Beverly kicks to Decker. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Kevin, a big guy with his quickness should be almost illegal. How can you guard that?
The Bulls making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. Livingston dishes to Butler. They set the screen. It's tipped. Here's Dunleavy, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bulls.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second-chance points.
Here is Livingston, defended by Beverly. Gibson the screen. Out to the right wing. Gibson with the screen on Beverly. 6 on the shot clock. From the arc. And Dunleavy gets it to go in. Dunleavy's got 7 points in the game.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Howard setting the pick for Beverly. To the paint. It's Howard with the drive.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Beverly, the pass to Decker. No coverage that time. Decker's got 7 points here in this quarter. Chicago leading by 3. Livingston kicks to Gibson. He dishes it to Livingston. A 3. And again, it's Dunleavy with a 3. Dunleavy's got 10 points in just the second half. Houston's gotten all 4 of their 3-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. Pass to Decker. It's deflected. Gibson with the steal. There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
Rockets trail by 8. Now Beverly. They get a hand on it. Gibson with the steal. Dunleavy kicks to Livingston. To the middle. Here's the great. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And for Houston, they're shooting at 51%. Really solid. Howard with the screen on Gibson. Beverly, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
They've raised their field goal percentage just above 50% here. They actually look like a totally different team than what we saw in the first half. Much better execution offensively.
Left side, Butler. Passes it to the great. Clock at 6. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And how about a look at Jimmy Butler? Unbelievable play for him over the last month. He's getting around 20 points per, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Well, he's operating at the highest level right now, one of the truly elite talents in the NBA.
Tony Snell's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Houston. In the corner, it's Brewer. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
They're really getting the work done inside with their rebounds.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving count.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
And Gibson sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Gibson. Joakim Noah's checked in for Chicago. Rockets trail by 8. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off the pick. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Gibson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. All alone. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. 22 points for Freak.
And look at how quick left his feet way too soon.
Ariza goes in, and the layup's good off the glass.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
The Bulls leading by 8. Pass to the great. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Tries from 16. No good off the front iron. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play. Some changes for Chicago. The great comes in for Evan Turner. And it's Butler in for Tony Snell. And then for Houston, McDaniels, he's checked in for Ariza. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Maniunas. And so in the game for the Rockets, we've got Lawson. McDaniels is out there with Brewer. Then it's Harden. And it's Beverly in at the shooting guard. Lawson's against Butler. And he hits it from deep. 3 points there from the great. The great's got 25 points.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Here's the screen. Beverly dishes to Brewer. Trying to find Harden, and he's got it now. That drops.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
The Bulls leading by 3. Outside Rose. Outside Butler. The Rockets pull it in.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Jimmy Butler.
Take a look at what Harden's been doing. He's got 13 points and 7 assists. He's getting it done, making plays by setting up his teammates and grabbing some nice boards, too.
And also, how about the intangibles? All the little things that he's done. That's also really important.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Chicago. Houston also making some changes. A.J. McDaniels. Rose against Harden. Rose passes to Butler. Fires from 14. That's short off the rim.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
And he gets it back. Dishes it to Maniunas. He kicks it to Brewer. The Rockets with another miss.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Rose with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up. Shoots a 3. Maniunas grabs the miss. Maniunas has got 7 rebounds in the game. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Houston. The Bulls leading by 3. Here's the great. He feeds it to Rose.
Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on him now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Chicago's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Noah the screen. Rose passes to the great, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And, guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
And the basket by Harden.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
The Bulls leading by 5. Outside Rose. To the inside, Noah, and that one is stuffed right through.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Houston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Beverly. In the corner, Harden. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
The Bulls shooting about 40% here in the fourth quarter. There's the pass to the great. Gibson the screen. The great passes to Gibson. Butler with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. Puts it up from 17. Again, Chicago.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
To the wing on the left. There's a screen by Modi Yunus. Here's Beverly. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Noah, and so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game. Bulls making a switch here. Mirotic is checked in.
And they're having a lot of trouble at the line today, and unfortunately it's the kind of day we've seen this team have a lot.
The Bulls leading by 8. Rose with the ball. Gibson with the screen on Beverly. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Mike Dunleavy, who's checked in for Mirotic.
Mike Dunleavy.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Shot clock at 6. 11 feet away, and that's an air ball. Not even close. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Looking for Modi Yunus. He gets it there. Ariza has the open look. And it's Dunleavy with the rebound.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk. Angry self-talk for himself after that miss. I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Kevin McHale address his team. He said, listen, fellas, I know you're tired, but we can't coast. We've got to go harder. The win's in sight. We've got to power through it and go get it. Guys, pretty inspirational stuff.
That is good. 12 points for Dwight Howard.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Rose attacking. Here's Dunleavy. He started by Howard. Dunleavy, the pass to the great. Can't get it to go. And Houston the other way now.
It's going to take something special for them to come back now.
Well, I would say something special and some luck as well, or good fortune, however you want to phrase it.
And an intentional foul right there. And here's Rose. The feed to Gibson. Doubled by Howard. The great passes to Gibson. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Harden.
Great execution of the double team right there, able to strip it and then get the possession.
There's the three. It's rebounded by the great, and that's an intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game.
They are on the ropes, and it is time to put them away. Freak, we're putting it in your hands. Deliver the knockout blow. Let's finish this and get out of here with the W.
7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Beverly. Lets it go from deep. Cannot hit. And so it's Chicago winning this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
Well, a confident performance.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Derrick Rose, who notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
We saw Rose explode tonight. His dual threat ability.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K.
On today's episode of NBA 2K TV, we hang with our newest studio show member, Kenny the Jet Smith. We give you some details, we recap last weekend's rival day, and of course you can see with 2K TV Interactive. Tune in now.
Having a helmet on that long Gets a little taxing on the neck.
It's hurting my neck.
I can tell you can't take a punch.
On today's episode of NBA 2K TV, we hang with our newest studio show member, Kenny the Jet Smith. We give you some details and pro-am. We recap last weekend's rival day and, of course, some DC and other prizes with 2K TV Interact. And now.
Right now.